LR, the Liberal Redneck here, coming to you from a country where there is nothing wrong with the Second Amendment to our Constitution, and everything is wrong with the distorted meaning given it by the amosexuals who derive gratification from humping on their human killing machines. Conservative Supreme Court Justice Warren Burger hit the nail on the head when he declared, quote, "The gun lobby's interpretation of the Second Amendment is one of the greatest pieces of fraud. I repeat the word fraud on the American people by special interest groups I have ever seen in my lifetime. The real purpose of the Second Amendment was to ensure that state armies, the militia, would be maintained for the defense of the state. The very language of the Second Amendment refutes any argument that it was intended to guarantee every citizen an unfettered right to any kind of weapon he or she desires." End quote. Unfortunately, the current conservative idiots dominating the stacked Republican court believe a law written when guns fired maybe 4 rounds per minute applies to the guns today that fire 50 rounds per minute. They also recognize the need of those amosexuals to stay close to their sex toys, so they have declared they have the right to openly carry them wherever they go in our society. As a result of this atrocity, we can expect an increase in the next few months of the greater than 1 per day instances of the dreaded mass shootings. As of the 4th of July, there have already been 314 cases during the first 185 days of 2022. In the 2 centuries since the amendment was written, with 2 world wars and some lesser ones, it has become clear, sadly, that we have no choice but to maintain a standing national army, while still maintaining a militia by way of the National Guard, which can be swiftly integrated into the national defense forces. Americans also have a right to defend their homes, and we need not challenge that. Nor does anyone seriously question that the Constitution protects the right of hunters to own and keep sporting guns for hunting game any more than anyone would challenge the right to own and keep fishing rods and other equipment for fishing, or to own automobiles. To keep and bear arms for hunting today is essentially a recreational activity and not an imperative of survival as it was 200 years ago. Saturday night specials and semi-automatic rifles are not recreational weapons and surely are as much in need of regulation as motor vehicles. Americans should ask themselves a few questions. The Constitution does not mention automobiles or motorboats, but the right to keep and own an automobile is beyond question. Equally beyond question is the power of the state to regulate the purchase or the transfer of such a vehicle, and the right to license the vehicle and the driver with reasonable standards. In some places, even a bicycle must be registered, as must some household dogs. If we are to stop this mindless homicidal carnage, is it unreasonable to acquire a firearm, an application be made reciting age, residence, employment, and any prior criminal convictions? Is it unreasonable to require that this application lie on the table for 10 days, absent a showing for urgent need, before the license would be issued? Is it unreasonable that the transfer of a firearm be made essentially as with that of an automobile? Is it unreasonable to have a ballistic fingerprint of the firearm made by the manufacturer and filed with the license record so that if a bullet is found in a victim's body, law enforcement might be helped in finding the culprit? These are the kind of questions the American people must answer if we are to preserve the domestic tranquility promised in the Constitution. You can reach me with comments, questions, or suggestions at theliberalredneck@gmail.com. And you can listen to all our podcasts at blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. Thanks for watching.